This is the last video. These are me favourite ones. Me, I don't know what they are. Whether the micromusa, Acan. They're not Acanestra. No, they're not, because they don't go into a skeleton. They stay like a big like fluffy polyp. But can't believe 3 years ago I had a one head of each colour. These ones here are rainbows. There's about 30 on there, rainbows, and there's that's the original colony. There's about 30 on there, and I've got one. I've got red. Got like a mint at the back there. I've got a green, and each one of them colonies there started off as one polyp. So when you get all your chemistry right and clicks into place, the best thing I ever done, I know I've said it before, but I'll pan back a bit here now. The best thing I ever done was to stop using a calcium reactor, because of the CO2 altering the alkalinity every day. It was up and down, up and down, up and down. I use calcium chloride flake, and I just throw it right in my overflow box, not on the delivery side to the sump on the other side of the wall, but on the chamber in the middle of it, and it slowly dissolves over a couple of hours. And obviously I monitor my pH with a permanent monitor, and basically what I do is I just test my alkalinity at dinner time, or if I forget at dinner time, I'll measure it at tea time, and then I just dose either sodium bicarbonate. If the pH is up like it is there now, that pH is, because I've just changed my soda lime over, so that pH is 8.47. So what I'll adjust my alkalinity tonight with sodium bicarbonate, because that'll bring the pH back down a bit. So I test alkalinity twice a day, and I think that's where people go wrong. They're only testing like once a week, then throwing a load of crap in, and then wondering why the tanks are up and down, up and down, up and down. I've retired now, early retirement, and I have plenty of time, but it doesn't take much time. I do a water change every 2 weeks, and it literally takes me 5 minutes to do the water change, 20%, because I mix it in a big 25 gallon drum, 50 litre drum, and it literally takes me 5 minutes to do a water change. But I used to do them every week, but now I do them every fortnight. But like I said in my last video, the thing that's making this tank grow so much, obviously it's calcium. I measure my calcium every 3 days, but after my water change, after that first week, I start dosing calcium chloride then, because I know my tank now. I know it will be sucking it out and dropping down to 400. So I like to keep mine between 470 and 500 calcium. Magnesium is always round about 1500, but that's just off the salt mix, which is Tropic Marine Reef Pro. It's always round about 1500, the magnesium. And your tanks may be different from mine, but I can only tell you what my tank is, and here's the proof. I'm not a marine biologist and that, but I bloody am now. But anyway, here's the proof. And if anybody wants any information, I don't mind, but don't keep sending me messages saying what's this, what's that, what's this, if you're not send the replies. They'll get fed up of replying, because You know what I mean? I don't know what your tank is like. I don't know what your water parameters are like. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what salt you're using. I don't know how many times a day you're testing. I don't know what you're doing. And for you to do what I'm doing, you need to spend a lot more time on your tank. It's not a part-time job. It's a full-time job keeping a reef tank, even though I only spend 5 minutes a day on this tank. And then once a fortnight, I spend 15 minutes. It's not rocket science. You've just got to... This tank is 3 years old now, so this tank is mature. And the best thing I ever did was I used TMC reef friendly crushed shell sand when I set it up, and I only put an inch in. I only put an inch in, and I never disturb it. If I disturbed that sand now, my tank would crash. You don't hoover your sand out, because it's full of loads of toxins and nitrates and phosphates that have been pulled into the sand. You don't, all you need is conch snails, and they'll move around the tank and they'll just keep the top turned over, and don't have these deep sand beds, because they don't work. They just crash after so long. And I think this is me secret, really. I only went for it, and it's not even an inch in some places. But if I disturb it, it's like black, dirty mud silt underneath. But if you go down onto the ocean bed and disturb the sand on the ocean bed, it's exactly the same stuff. And if I'm not correct, correct me if I'm wrong, there is a stuff you can use. I've used it to put in filters, and you have to let it settle for about a week, and it's actually called miracle mud. And basically what it is it's mud, it's silt, it's poo and waste and silt and everything that's settled onto the bottoms of the oceans, and they call it miracle mud. I used to run a filter with miracle mud in it years ago, but when I shut the big tank down, I never used it again. But anyway, I'm not ranting, I'm just trying to like show you and tell you what I do. Anyway, if you want any advice, I will give you advice, but don't come back to me a week after saying this, saying that, saying this. I'm just telling you, this is what is working for me. It might not work for you. Anyway, I hope you like the video. Nice little long panning out on the tank and that, and the colours. The lights have just started ramping down. I think they're on 40%. 40% I think they're on now. They've come down from 70 at 2 o'clock. So anyway, so there you go. Nice big long. Anyway, you could use that as a screensaver on your TV if it's sending you to sleep on the night time. Hey, thanks, see ya, ta-da.